Today we're going to take a look at what you can get in Keller ISD with a diving pool for $535,000 with 4,500 square feet. Now that's massive, right? So come along with me and let's take a look around. Okay, so first off, here is the gorgeous house. It is, like I said, 4,500 square feet with a diving pool, and it's located in Keller ISD. Now let me show you, zoom around here. In the description you heard that I said, look, there is a park, like, I don't know, two houses down. So if you like to take hikes, walks, you've got birthday parties that you want to take the kids out, let them run around. You've got all kinds of space right there. Now, I'm going to show you the rest of this neighborhood here. This is in the Parkwood Hill neighborhood, Park Glen area. The zip code is 76137. It is still Keller ISD, but located in Fort Worth. Now, we're going to go inside here, but I'm just going to highlight a few different things. As you can see, you've got stone and brick. It is a two-car garage. This beautiful, if you are a magnolia tree lover, you're going to love this tree. It is just about to bloom. It is springtime right now, and those blooms are just about to come out. So let's go on in, and we're going to tour the inside. Now you'll notice here that it is fully, there is irrigation, so you've got your sprinkler system right there. You don't have to worry about coming out and watering the plants. This is beautiful St. Augustine grass. And then let us spin around here. We're gonna walk straight into the house. Voila, right? It's like the grand opening. All right, now you have right up front, I'm gonna shut this door here. And actually, while I shut the door, let me just show you. There's a lot of woodwork, gorgeous, gorgeous woodwork, trim, crown molding, really beautiful. You have wood laminate floorings. And this is all throughout the dining room with some tile. And you're gonna find the bedrooms are carpeted. So just to put this into perspective, as you can see, you've got your formal areas right here, right at the front. This would be considered your formal dining. And then over here, I have that backwards. Your formal dining right here, and then your formal living right here. If I have a piano, you have a piano, I would put it right here in this room. Upright against this wall. If you have like a baby grand, how gorgeous would that be to put right up here at the front and just entertain everybody throughout the house. As you can see, as I mentioned, there is crown molding and trim work all throughout. How gorgeous is that? They just freshly painted the downstairs, so it is trying to remember the color that it is. Can't quite remember the color, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Look how much natural light that you are getting from this house. So just to put this into perspective, I'm gonna walk a little bit backwards. Again, look how far up that, isn't that just a showcase? What do we call it? A showstopper right there. And then right off to the left, right here, is your office. Okay, so spinning back around. And then just to kind of point out, you've got a bathroom here. This is your utility room, and behind that is the garage. You've got the living area. The kitchen's gonna be here with a breakfast nook. Of course, your pool is back there. The master bedroom is downstairs. It's gonna be back there. We're gonna go up there in a bit. And then upstairs, and I'm just gonna kind of zoom, I'm gonna just show you this up here. You've got the 4 really generous sized bedrooms, and going to just die for the living space and a second living area up there. You could make it another bedroom if you wanted to, a craft room, a workout room, another home office. If you're like my husband and I, we both office from home, and we are having to use the game room for my office. But this could actually be a completely buttoned up second office area. All right, so speaking of offices, and while we're in here, you can see again, like I mentioned, lots of great woodwork throughout, wood trim. This is your formal office downstairs. So I don't have the blinds open, but how nice is that? You can still see you've got really good lighting here in the space. And I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on some of this trim work so you can see the character in that. You see that? Okay. Really nice. Now this house was built in 2002. If you're paying any kind of attention, you've probably seen on the tax records that, hey, the tax records are not always that honest. And the tax records show that this house is actually less square footage than what it actually is. We did have it measured. So it is officially the 3845 square feet. Again, this is the powder room downstairs. You see still detail in all of the woodwork. The chair rail down here, the vanity and the granite has been updated, trimmed. Look, the framed mirrors there. And look at the tile work. It really just flows so seamlessly. You've got the marble inlays with the tile, and you still have cabinetry back here with the wood trim. Let me just zoom in on that so you can kind of see again the detail, like with all of the, it's not just the crown molding, but it's a lot of great detail. Okay, let's carry on here. Okay, and as I mentioned to you, the utility room is off here to the side. And then back through there is the garage. All right, I know everybody wants to know, okay, what does the living and kitchen look like? These are massive 20-foot ceiling. I mean, this is, look at this, all the way up. Stunning. Again, the detail again with the fireplace and the woodwork going from the mantle all the way up, cascading. Look at all this natural light that you see here. As I mentioned, all of the woodwork detail in this house, absolutely gorgeous. Just gonna spin around here. Now, another thing that I absolutely love about this house is look at all of these windows. When I told you, where's the natural light coming from? Well, you can see it all right there. You could put drapes on it if you want, but I think most people like to have the view to the pool, see, out there. And we're gonna go out there here in a bit, but we're gonna finish up inside before I show you the diving pool out there. All right, kitchen. So while I'm coming into the kitchen, again, just to kind of highlight this, look at the detail. You've got the same inlays with the marble inlay going through the fireplace. And then I'm just showing you everything here up to the mantle and then all the way up to the soaring ceilings. Look, it's just incredible. You still have a nook up there. You've got this nook right there. So if you have some other accessories that you want to highlight, you can do so. Some people, now you do have, as you can see, they have their TV right there to the left of the mantle or the fireplace. Some people hang it above. Your decision. I've even seen some people take where that space is, where the TV is currently, and they will put in bookcases. So you could actually build out more storage there if you desire. So the master is going to be back through there. We'll go in to that room next. But before we do, let's spin around here. There's your front entrance, gorgeous front entrance. Remember all of that woodwork detail that's there. And let's spin around. And then you have your breakfast nook and your kitchen. Now, what I love about this layout is you see right where we went to, okay, there is the dining table right there. So really easy access to get to the formal dining. Now, they just painted these kitchen cabinets, so it really brightens up the area. It really looks fantastic with the granite here. You can see I'm going to just kind of come in on this granite. You got speckles of gray and bronze and blacks and whites. So really pretty, pretty, pretty. See how nicely you've got that same marble inlay with the tile that you have on the floors. So you're going to see these floors in multiple areas. You saw them in the powder room. You're going to see them in the kitchen here, in the breakfast area, and in the master suite. So now so you've got all of that backsplash there. Okay, you have the cabinets there with your oven, and you've got some pull-out drawers right here. So this is perfect for storing all of your pots and your pans. Sorry, I guess that one's a faux one. But you do have all the ability to store your cooking sheets right there. And then kind of coming back over, I want to highlight, you've got the cabinet space right here. And then also down below, of course, that granite, the sink opens up. So when you are in here prepping, you can be talking to everybody else from there to there. You're right here at the heart. And what this also has, as you can see here, we've got a 4-burner gas stovetop. I know a lot of people do not like to cook with electric, so hey, here you go. For those of you that are the gas lovers, you've got it. Again, let me just highlight, you still have crown molding going throughout the house. All right, so let's go and move on in to, you're going to see me as I come through this mirror, but I'm actually going to turn around and spin around so you can see. I also want to note, I don't have one of the lights on there, but you do have recessed lighting. Not that you even need it, because you can see how much lighting we actually have. All right, so, yep, there I am. But let's go straight into the master suite. And what a luxurious place to be. Again, you still have the same flooring that goes through out the downstairs. The crown molding, again, with all of the inlays and the chair railing. So pool is back through there, just to put that into perspective. Oh, and this is facing north. So you've got west over this way, and east is going to be this way of the house. All right, let's zoom in here. Again, going to the master ensuite here. I mentioned you're going to still have that same tile with the marble inlays. You have a split shower tub. That consistency of the tile is running throughout the space here, around the tub, and even into the shower. So really beautiful. And look, still crown molding. All right, cabinetry, updated cabinetry with that same granite. The granite that is in the kitchen is the same granite that's in here, same granite that's in the powder room as well. His and her medicine cabinets right there. You still have, look at the storage. Just like the storage that was in the powder room, you have more cabinetry there where the toilet area is. And let's go ahead and take a look at the closet. All right, so something lovely about this house is that you've got lots of space in the closet, but look, it even goes even deeper back through the back. Shelving up on top. Okay, now we're going to zip on up. I know you want to see that upstairs, and what I mentioned to you upstairs is that there's just this, every bedroom is massive, huge game room, but not only that, then there's that extra space up there that you can have another second office. You can have a gym if you want to put a home gym up there. There's just tons of space up here. Now the carpet has just been recently replaced. And look at these wood floors here. These are a little bit different. This is more engineered wood. The other ones downstairs is more laminate. So you've got a hallway here. All right, so we've got a bedroom. This is the game room, and then another room off to that side. Then you've got the bathroom, and then 2 bedrooms on each side. So you still have a lot of natural light up here. Just to kind of zoom in on this, because of all the windows, like I mentioned. All right, so new carpet in the bedrooms. As you can see, look how big this room is. I mean, yes, there are twin beds in here, but I mean, they've kind of got their own space to play and do whatever they want to do. All right, and then the closets, you're gonna like this too. Very deep walk-in closets. Lots of storage space. All right, so we're gonna zip on over now. This is bedroom 2. Now this is going to be bedroom 3 again. Carpet, just installed. Look how spacious this is. You still have, this is a queen size bed, I want to say, and still have space for your, a desk, office space, or whatever the kids need there, and still deep, deep, deep closets. All right, now we're going to zip on over. You have a, another closet storage space here. Remember what I said about all of the crown molding? Guys, look, it's still going. It's like it doesn't end all the way through. What I love about this too is you still have this openness here. So you still get, it's not like you have a wall that's blocking off the whole living space. You still have all of this natural light coming in, but here's the beauty of it. Oh, and you still have a nook right there that opens to the front of the house. You can close off these doors. And here's one thing that I want to say is that some people are like, I don't want a game room or the openness like this space is to the downstairs, because if somebody is upstairs playing, has the TV going, then it bleeds into the downstairs and the living space there. But not when you can close it off. So this, even if you're thinking about a media room, it would make a perfect space for a media room. But look at all of this space. This is a massive room. And remember when I told you there was another little hidden room back up here? Here it is. And it still has little French doors that go to this room as well. See? French doors there. So you can still close this space off. If you needed another, I mean, this has got 5 bedrooms, but if you needed another bedroom, well, here you go. Really good space. Now, it doesn't have a closet, so we technically cannot call it a bedroom, but enough space to put in here, or you can put an armoire in here, whatever. Me personally, I would make it a workout room, or I would make it another home office. So again, like I mentioned, you still have, it's very open up here. And of course, another closet, tons of storage. All right, let's go down the hallway and check out the other 2 bedrooms. Very generous sized bedrooms. Again, new carpet. And I'm walking on this carpet, guys, and it's like, I know you can't scratch and sniff or feel what I'm feeling, but it's plush. It's a really good carpet pad. Again, all the closets are very generous size. Look how deep this one goes. Really good space. All right, and then you have the a bathroom in between two. Again, you're going to see the inlay of the marble inlays there, the same crown molding, the same granite, the same countertops, the bronze faucets there, and still there's a linen closet right over there next to the shower. And the shower also, just to kind of highlight that, you can see it still has the same decor throughout. It's all been remodeled. All right, and then we have one last bedroom here. Still, I mean, you can put several beds in here, a king bed, and still have. This is the size. These bedrooms are so generously sized that you could almost just say, hey, it is the size of a master bedroom in most other homes. All right, so we're gonna go back down, and I know one thing that everybody's been wanting to see is the outside pool area. So let's go back and take a look at that. Okay, so now we have made it to your backyard pool area. This is a good night pool. It is a diving pool. So for it to be a diving pool, of course, it has to be deep enough for the diving pool. You have the steps that come down. Now, we don't have the fountains turned on, but there are two fountains right there. Give it a little bit more luxurious ambiance, if you would. And you still have space. You do have a covered patio here. So let me see if I can kind of keep zooming out. So if you wanted to put in, as you can see, he's got all of his handy dandy grill work stuff out here, smokers and whatnot. But you have tons of space. If you wanted to build in an outdoor kitchen, you've got that space. Cute little light lamp posts. Aren't those adorable? Just absolutely stunning. They did have a palm tree in the backyard, but during the storm, whatever that winter storm was one year, it ended up dying when we had that big freeze through Texas. If you're not from Texas, you probably heard about it because it lasted for like, I don't know, a whole week and basically killed everything. And then people were without electricity for quite some time. Now, speaking of that, let me just tell you this. You are minutes, maybe 15 minutes down from downtown Fort Worth. As I mentioned before, this is Keller ISD. So you are in really what we call the Alliance Corridor. So tons of shopping, dining, restaurants, jobs. There's your pool equipment there. And you're probably about, 10 minutes away from the Alliance Corridor. And there's a Costco's there. You name it, it is there for you. You don't have to go very far. If you want to get out and venture out a little bit more, like I said, downtown Fort Worth is probably about 15 minutes away. You've got Roanoke, which if you know anything about Roanoke, it is the dining capital of Texas. South Lake, Keller, you are surrounded by tons of things to do. Keller ISD being one of the more sought out school districts in the Metroplex, you won't be disappointed. What makes this area and this location another popular thing is because Hillwood, if you know anything about Hillwood, Ross Perot's company, Hillwood is the developer of a lot of the things out here in Alliance. You've got the Texas Motor Speedway, Charles Schwab, all your financial stuff that happens, Fidelity, Amazon is out here. Tons of different things that are out in this location, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people are moving to this area. Again, this is 5573 Seabury, built in 2002, updated with paint. The flooring has been updated. It is a gorgeous home, 3845 square feet, has some new windows, Tons of beautiful woodwork throughout this home. It is perfect for a family that's needing 5 bedrooms, or hey, if you don't need 5 bedrooms and you are like my husband and I, then turn it into a gym. Turn it into a second home office. This is where you want to be.